Great. So, saying hello, everybody. Warm greetings from Vienna, Austria. Welcome to the Color Lights World project. And welcome to Get Your Color and Light Gifts on Zoom. We have been preparing that for about half a year. Very happy to be here with my international colleagues. I can say colors are children of light, and light is essential to life. My name is Gabrielle Buresch-Teichmann. I'm a holistic color consultant, color light therapist, teacher, author, and founder of the Color Lights World project. Tonight, we have one thing in common. All the presenters do have a passion for color and light, and all the presenters have been working for a long time with color and light. Interesting, we have chosen a beautiful date because today is International Mental Health Day. Imagine, that's amazing. We can say all of us are very, very experienced in the work with chromotherapy and with light therapy. We can say color and light is the medicine of the present and the future. Yes, we want to invite you to turn on your rainbow intelligence. And if you want, maybe you can have one topic or one question for yourself ready, or a question that you have on your mind ready for the journey we are going to start now. First, I would like to present us and just a minute. I cannot. Okay. Sorry, Nathan, there is a message saying that the host has deactivated the sharing the screen. Can you check?
Yeah. Should work now.
Okay. Thank you, Nathan. All right. Here we are. 6 passionate with color and light. I will present them in the order of appearance. Please mute your microphones, dear participants. The first one is Olja Lopushansky. She is director of Bioptron, Netherlands. She's a chromotherapist and an expert in quantum medicine and light medicine. Then we have Rikke Godthjaelp from Denmark. She is an acupuncturist, an auriculotherapist, a chromotherapist, and the founder of the Godthjaelp Institute in Copenhagen. Then we have Christiane Werzowa, also like me from Vienna, Austria, holistic color consultant, color light therapist, and the inventor of the color light pyramid. Then we have Nathan Oxenfeld from the US. He is certified Bates method teacher and founder of the Integral Eyesight Improvement. And then we have Montaha Hidefi, a world citizen from Canada and Venezuela, color archaeologist, vice president of the Color Marketing Group, and founder of the Color Landing Studio. All right, so now I would like to invite the first presenter, Olja Lopushansky. Hello, Olja. Hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Gabriella.
Hello.
First of all, I would like to thank Gabriella for inviting me to join this wonderful Colors and Light World project. Greetings in the name of Bioptron company. In memory to my dear colleague who passed away recently, I dedicate this session to him. His name is Professor Dr. Sergei Guler. He was a professor at the Bogomolets Institute of Physiology. In his extensive research related to Bioptron, 9 different filters, he was especially impressed with the green polarized light. This is the filter. He treated successfully the eye-related issues, especially glaucoma, allowing the eyes to be healed by this magnificent light. My session today is focusing on the heart energy center, associated also with the green color and Bioptron green polarized light. Because of its powerful effects, green is called the master of chromotherapy. The green light calms the brain by quieting hyperactive neurons. Yes, green is associated with harmonizing mind and body. It loosens tensions. It has an anti-stress effect, providing deep inner peace. Additionally, Bioptron green light boosts the immune system during winter since it is stimulating the endocrine gland thymus. According to my research, which is related to quantum medicine by using HRV, which is heart rate variability technology, functional body analysis, Bioptron is energizing all organs, providing body and mind balance. This is why I combine an ancient medicine with this cutting-edge high-tech Bioptron for the ultimate well-being. Okay, let's start with the exercise. Turn on your Bioptron green polarized light for 6 minutes, shining it towards your heart energy center, your thymus gland, the sternum. If you don't have the Bioptron device yet, you may visualize a green light radiating from your heart center, from your chest. Close your eyes. Feel how you sit. Relax your belly. Bring your attention to your feet. Feel the connection with the earth and its green vegetation. As you breathe in, straighten your spine and open your chest. Relax your hands, your jaw, the space between your eyebrows. Feel the length of your spine from the tailbone all the way towards your crown. And take a few deep cleansing breaths, applying the Ujjayi breath, which is a whisper-like sound, like during the sleep, like the sound of ocean waves. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, let go of any tension or stress in your body. Allow your body to fully relax. Observe your body from inside as a whole. Feel your body as a whole. Take a few more deep breaths. And as you exhale, let go of any doubts or fears you may have. Now, bring your attention to your heart center. Imagine a green light in the center of your chest, or allow this beautiful Bioptron green polarized light to enter and feel your whole body to grow brighter and more powerful. Green light is reaching every organ, every cell in your body, energizing it at the quantum level. This green glowing light represents the powerful energy of yourself. As this green light expands, see it connecting with the field of infinite potential all around you. How does it feel if you are energized? Feel it. Experience the keywords for the heart energy, which are self-love, strength, coherence, joy, rejuvenation, well-being. Now warm up your hands against each other and place them on your heart. Feel the connection with your heart. Now repeat the following affirmations in yourself. I am creating my perfect reality with intention and purpose. I am in perfect health and vitality. I am abundant in all aspects of my life. I am filled with joy, love, gratitude. Feel the truth of these affirmations in every part of your being. Feel the rejuvenating power of Bioptron green polarized light. Be confident that you are on the right path, staying energized and cheerful throughout this upcoming gloomy winter season. It is all good as it is. Create a smile on your face. Now be aware of the sounds around you. Move slowly your toes and fingers. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes. Practice this exercise regularly to manifest your ultimate well-being. For more information, please visit my website, Instagram, or Facebook, oljalopushansky.com. You will find more information about Bioptron quantum hyperlights. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Olja. Wonderful, really wonderful. Wow, what a gift. We are coming now to the next speaker, saying hello to Rikke Godthjaelp from Denmark.
Hi, and thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hello.
My name is Rikke Godthjaelp. I work from Copenhagen, Denmark, and would like to say thank you also to Gabrielle and also to all my colleagues in the Color Light World project, and of course also to everyone else here that has joined us tonight or today, wherever you are in the world, and who is going to see this video later on. Today we only have a little time, so I will share with you something that you can do easily at home, with or without the devices that I use. And this is a little taste of what we're going to work with on full retreat, the 11th November, in a little more than 1 month. So this is an introduction to how we will work. And some of you might have seen me teach this before. And for some of you, this is completely new. When we will do the retreats on 11/11/2023, it will be different, but also, of course, with color and light. So to start this, I will introduce the two different colors I'm going to share with you today. And one color is red, and one color is blue or indigo. And these are two filters that I work with on a daily basis and have been for many, many years. And I will teach you an easy practice on how to use filters like this, or how to use colors similar to this. Before I do that, I just want to introduce where I have my knowledge from. I'm an auricular therapist, and I used auricular therapy and advanced auricular therapy, also called auricular medicine. And when using auricular medicine, we use colors and frequencies, and we also use the pulse. When we use colors, we use very specific colors. So this red color is not just a red color, it's something called a D24. And this blue is not just any blue or indigo, it's an F98. And for you people that already worked with these frequencies, you can use these filters. Also, if you have the new filters, because we are going from Kodak to Lee filters, the red color is now called Lee 024. And the blue color is now called Lee 363. So if you don't have these specific colors, I think that you can do it in an easier way. And if you get passionate about it, you can always dive in deeper. So if you have small color diodes, this is a little color diode that has a red light, and this has a blue light. That's one possibility. Or you can go find some folio that you can put over a lamp like this, and then put a piece of folio over it, so you can use a color like I will show you here. So if you don't have the device that I will show you in a second, you can work with it like this. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to make it easy, accessible for everyone to get started with color therapy. And my mission is, yes, my hope is that everyone will start working with color therapy. And some people will dive directly into the bigger devices, and some people will start with easy coloring like the diodes or the filters. So when I work, I use a different I use this device. I use a different device than the diodes, and in this device I can put in my filters, but right now I'm having this really clever filter with all the colors in. So if you have these colors, or if you have a blue color or red color accessible to you, please join. And when we use these colors, please be careful with your eyes. It's not always pleasant to get it in the eyes, get the color in the eyes. So the first technique I want to show you, this is a very good technique to calm and harmonize the right and the left brain side, the right and the left hemisphere. And we use this technique for stressed people, for people with ADHD or ADD, or with any kind of emotional triggers. This will calm you down. We call it laterality work. And what we will do is that we will take this color and slide it from side to side on the forehead. So what we do is that we cross the middle of the line of the body on the forehead, and I will show you how it looks when I use this device. And if you already have it, you can join me. And we will slide from side. And normally I would have my eyes closed to side. Side to side. And this light looks yellow here on the camera when I look at it, but it is actually red. If you don't have a device like this, feel free to use anything similar. The more powerful the light is, the more lumen you have in your light, the more photons will touch your skin. And this information will run from the skin to the brainstem and go to your thalamus. And when you put light on your skin, the information goes through the thalamus to the rest of the limbic area. So this goes to the emotional centers. So by doing this, you touch the brain and you actively calm it down via the limbic system and via touching the physical outer edges of the hemisphere. Like just at the, woo, you could also use this. So the smaller device you have, the less photons you have, the more times you would have to do it. If you have a device that's stronger, maybe like the Bioptron, I don't know if you could use that. I'm guessing you could. Or this, you could do the same. And when you have a strong device, please don't do it too many times at a time. You could do it a few times a day, but maybe just like 10 times from side to side. If you have a simple light that is just, you know, from the building construction company next door, whatever, car company, cheap light, you have to do it more times because there are less photons in the light. The next color is the blue color. It's called F98 or Li 363. And when you use this light, you will stay on the area here between the eyebrows. Some people refer to this area as third eye. But what happens here in this area is that some of the cells we have here refers directly to the pineal gland. And in the pineal gland, we have information about the hormones that regulates the day and night, the melatonin. So when we work on the pineal gland and calms down the pineal gland, we harmonize it, and we can do that with the blue light. So once you start working on the forehead like this between your eyebrows, I feel it straight away. It calms down the nervous system straight away, and it makes you calm. And you could use this at night if you can't sleep, if you're a therapist and you want to calm your patient down, or just touch go to the parasympathetic part of the nervous system and enforce that state in the body. You would use this blue color, and you can stay on this area for 5 to 10 minutes. If you have a person that's stressed, anxiety, depressed, any kind of emotions, phobia, any kind of emotions that triggers stress inside you, that triggers your sympathetic part of your nervous system, you can use this blue color on your forehead between your eyebrows. You can do this once or twice a day if you have a device yourself. If you're a therapist, I recommend that you do it on your patient or your client. And then maybe if they have a cheaper light that they can use at home, then they can work on themselves in between sessions. This therapy will not be as strong, when it's a small blue light, like I said before, but it will keep up the therapy session that you have given them and enforcing that keeping up this activation of the parasympathetic nervous system. So if you have any questions about these colors that I've been talking about, or any questions about the work that is with the frequencies, the no-shift frequencies, the auriculotherapy frequencies, or any question that you might find relevant for me, you can write them here in the comment section and I will answer them later. You can write to me at gmiinstitute.com and I will be happy to help assist you in any way I can and help you get started, maybe working with auriculotherapy and auriculotherapy colors. So thank you for your attention. I hope this was beneficial for you and I hope I will see you maybe at the retreat on the 11th November 2023. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rikke. Wonderfully explained and like always, like we are already used. Thanks a lot. So interesting. And as we know, color therapy is so effective and works so quickly. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much.
So now we are calling our next speaker, Christiane Werzowa from Austria. Hello, Christiane. Hello. You are muted, Christiane.
So you can hear me now.
Yes, right.
Thank you. So thank you very much for having me. Thank you for being the creator of the Color Lights World project. This is really an honor to be with you all, with all of you. And thanks for all being present today. So I have the honor to unpack the next gift box of the Colored Light World project. And in this, I find a color, and this is yellow. And yellow is a very special color because it is the brightest color in the rainbow. And it's a very, very bright, shining color and has its effect when you are in a bad mood or anything like that. But be careful with it, especially when you are a designer or an architect. You have to be very careful with designing with yellow because it takes so much room because it's so bright. So the same quantities, the same form of yellow seems to be much more than any other color of the rainbow. But now I would like to share my screen with you. Can you help me, please, Gabrielle?
You are...
Because I don't see it here. I have them. Sorry. Ah, yes.
Can you share?
Yes. So.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, but I have to do it in. Sorry. I don't find the modus to see it just one slide for the moment.
But it's okay, we see it well, Christiane.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't get it now. So now we have yellow here. Yellow is, as I have told you already, the very brightest color of the rainbow. And it has, like any other color, it has Oh, yes, I have it now. Sorry, now it is. It has many shades. There are many shades of yellow, and I will show you some of them. So you have these beautiful darker shades and the very bright and citrus-like shades. So many colors of yellow, like with any other color you have it. And the interesting thing is that this color is connected to the Greek god Hermes or the Roman god Mercury. Mercury is the messenger of gods who crosses the border between the worlds, between this world and the world of the gods, and this world to the underworld. So he is connecting all the worlds together. And he stands for power, for strength, for speed. He has a very bright brain and cleverness, and he is also the god of trading and also the god of the thieves, because they also trade in some way. And he is also the god of traveling. His attributes are the golden wings on his helmet, then his shoes and his shoulders show the golden wings, golden or yellow wings, and he has the Hermes rod, which we know from medicine. This is the quality of yellow. Now, yellow is, of course, connected to the sun. We know perfectly that the sun is not yellow, but many people just paint it yellow. And if we see the drawings of the children, they all paint the sun yellow because it's so bright. And also in our body, we have the connection to the sun, the main star of our sun system, solar system. And this is the solar plexus. The solar plexus has the sun in it, and the solar plexus is associated with yellow, and the gland of it is the pancreas, which is a very important gland. The solar plexus is located between the breastbone and our navel. So we have it in this area of our stomach. But the solar plexus also is not only responsible to utilize our food we are taking in, to regulate our sugar level. It also coordinates the functions of our heart, of our lungs, of our intestinal glands, of course the pancreas, I mentioned it before, our stomach and our vocal system, because the whole stomach is vibrating when we are speaking. It is a real power station, but not enough. The solar plexus also is associated with our subconscious part, because it's also called the abdominal brain, which we call our gut feeling. We know this all. And now the question is, how can we deal with the solar plexus? How can we strengthen our solar plexus? Because it stands for our life energy and power. It stands for our identity and our confidence in ourselves. It stands for our willpower, and of course for the love we have for ourselves. We just heard that the love is in the heart, but it's also in the guts, in our belly. So balancing the solar plexus is, first of all, to reduce stress, to go into nature, to walk, to do exercises outside, activities in nature, to eat good food, looking after ourselves, and above all, to love ourselves. And of course, to play, because this is when we are loving ourselves most.
Okay, Christiane, we have to watch the time a little bit.
Yes. Sure. So it doesn't work. But we are at the end anyway, and I would like to make a short meditation. So please put your hands on your solar plexus and have the feeling that a yellow beam of light is coming through your hands and strengthening this area of yours, your belly, your solar plexus, your strength, your self-love. And be aware that you are the person who is the most important person in your own life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christiane. Lovely. Wonderful.
Sorry, something didn't work out, the last.
No, but it was fine. Thanks a lot. Lovely.
I couldn't say. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This was yellow.
Yes. So now we are calling Nathan Oxenfeld. Hello, Nathan.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much, Gabrielle, for hosting us today, and for everyone who has already shared and who will continue to share. My belly and my heart and my head are already feeling significantly better. So thank you, Olja, Rikke, and Christiane so far. As a natural vision teacher, I'm going to use my time, my gift, to share with you with a little palming practice where we're going to give our eyes a little break and work with more of the imagination of color as well. Because so far you've already been taking in lots of colors through your skin and through your eyes. So now I'd like to block the light entering the eyes with the palms. And usually it's nice to have somewhere to rest your elbows so you can be supported, so that you're not slouching over or scrunching your shoulders or neck. Sometimes it requires propping some books up, or if you want, you can also lie down if that's comfortable. But it is going to be a fairly short palming session, just a few minutes. But we are not pushing on the eyes. We're just using the hands to block the light. And I put my hands in this shape where it's sort of like overlapping all the four fingers of one hand over the other over my forehead, so that my hands are at an angle about 45 degrees, so that my nose can breathe nice and easily. And also, once again, letting the shoulders relax, feeling supported and upright if you're seated. And we're going to take a few breaths as we let the light and the color fade away. And as you palm your eyes and block as much light as you can, it's okay if there is some light leaking through. Everybody's hands and faces are built a little differently, but just do your best to secure as much darkness as possible. And then certainly if your eyes are closed, that's going to block even a little bit more light. And I just want to talk to you briefly about your cones inside your eyes, which are a part of your retinas, the back of your eye on the inside, which is lined with millions and millions of photoreceptor cells, light receiving cells, these nerve cells, broken up into these two primary groups, the rods and the cones. They're not the only type of photoreceptors, but they're the ones you hear a lot about. And instead of talking about the rods today, we're going to just think more about our cones, which are all packed into the center of the retina. So just tune in to your eyes for a moment. Just feel your eyeballs, feel your eye organs inside your eye sockets, inside your head, and tune into the back of your eye, the inside, the back lining. And if you can think about the very center, the center spot of that as if it were a little bullseye or a little area in the very center where the majority of your cones are concentrated. You actually have 3 different types of cone cells: red cones, blue cones, and green cones. So it's pretty perfect that we've already covered those 3 colors today, starting with green and with red and with blue. And we just got a nice little extra with yellow there. But in terms of the cones in your eyes, these are the 3 types to receive blue, red, and green. And the combination of these colors gives us every other hue that we've ever seen and experienced. But right now your cones are receiving nothing. They're getting no light, no color. So we're just taking this time to actually let them recharge and prepare for more color to come with our remaining gifts today. And so by removing the light stimulus and giving the cones a chance to regenerate, especially after looking at a screen, which is a light shining right into your eyes and stimulating those cone cells, maybe they get a little depleted or they get a little fatigued from taking in so many beautiful lights and colors. So we want to give them a little rest and a little pause. And so that the next time they receive light and color, they're a little bit more ready for it. And maybe they actually perceive the color in a new way, in a deeper way. It becomes more rich. It becomes more vivid. So before we actually do that, before we open the eyes, I want you to keep your eyes closed. And I want you to choose any one of the 4 colors that have already been discussed today: green, red, blue, or yellow. And just see if when you keep your eyes closed but remove your palms so that now light is landing on your closed eyelids, can you isolate that one color you're thinking about? So if I'm choosing yellow, I'm really imagining yellow with my eyes closed. And there is light coming in through my closed eyelids. I'm not seeing anything physically, but I am perceiving the light. And I am selecting one particular type of light, that yellow light, more than the rest. And now I'm palming again. So I'm going to cover the eyes, continue to think about my color, seeing if I can maintain the memory or the imagination or the visualization of that color, even when my eyes are in the dark, even when my cone cells are not actually getting stimulated by the light or the color. So maybe you do that one more time with the same color, or maybe you want to try a different color and just see if it feels different or looks different when you select that with your imagination with the eyes closed. Can you actually perceive some aspects of that color out of the full spectrum that's coming in through the closed eyelids. And once again, if you go back into palming, make it nice and dark, then you just sink into the complete imaginary version of the color. And maybe letting go of any one particular color over another, and just maybe returning to the full spectrum, so to speak, meaning that this time, as we transition out of palming, we're either imagining white light, which is this combination of all the colors, or we're just open to any colors that come in as we blink our eyes back open. And we do actually connect with physical colors, and we let the light in to now stimulate those cone cells. And maybe even when the eyes are open and you are starting to look more outside of yourself, you can still stay connected with the inside, with the retinas, with your imaginary color, and maybe this feeling of kind of being deeper within in the brain. And not only is this a fun experiment with your color perception and working on seeing colors in a different way, this can also just help you see in general in a different way, or even in a better way, which is why, like, we call it natural vision improvement, because we want to see not only can we perceive colors better, but maybe we can actually start to see clearer farther away or see sharper up close. So very interesting things can arise when we do palm our eyes on a regular basis, especially when we add in the mental visualization piece. And kind of like Rikke said, this is a little bit of a sample or a preview of what we're going to be doing a deeper dive of next month. But I definitely wanted to try it out today with you, and I'd be curious to hear any feedback or any experiences or questions around your palming practice or your imaginary colors or your connection with your cones. But for now, I just wanted to give us all a little break in the middle with some screen time and let your eyes feel refreshed for our remaining gifts. So I'm going to hand it back over to Gabrielle, and I want to thank everybody for showing up here today, and those of you enjoying the replay as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nathan. And it's so relaxing. And it came to my mind how important it is when we are dealing with light and color to also deal with the complementary energy, which is darkness, and what you experience when we are palming. Very relaxing. Thanks a lot, Nathan.
Oh, good.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Gabrielle.
Yes. So now I am coming to the next color, which is orange. So now, after this nice piece of relaxation, we are coming back to an activation color, the beautiful orange. And to start with and to inspire you, I will read for you a little piece out of my book. In the beginning, there was red. That's a story where colors encounter each other. And I will read you a little passage about the color orange. Just enjoy, and maybe you also want to visualize along with the color. Suddenly, orange appears. Skipping and happy, it makes its way towards the red. Its clothing light and airy. It prances lightly around red. Orange begins to sing and begins convincing red to join in. Orange takes red by the hand and walks down a segment of the path with it. It shows red the flowers and colorful blossoms along the way. Orange discovers an apricot tree in the meadow next to the path and runs towards it, full of joy. It climbs up onto the first inviting branch of the tree and picks 4 juicy, ripe apricots. Orange, the color orange, sits down in the grass beneath the tree and begins to enjoy the pieces of fruit with their delicious, sweet scent. This seductive sight now moves Red to join in. They both delve into the pure enjoyment of eating the ripe fruit. And the fruit color convinces the fire color Red to stay put for a while in this serene setting. Eagerly, they discuss the upcoming journey. They go for a walk with each other and how they both hope to meet interesting companions along the way. Orange uses the opportunity to test its attractiveness on Red by flirting with the most powerful of all colors. Here we go. Orange is the color of sun, of light, of the sun's side and the sunset, of peaches, oranges, nectarines, carrots, and pumpkins. Orange is felt as the color of joy, happiness, and pleasure, enthusiasm, and amusement. Orange makes us sing and dance, move. Orange is artistic, the color of laughter and spontaneous. It is said to be the second color of energy, said Goethe, after red, because it's warm and activating, powerful and comforting. Dynamic, the color of life force and vitality, open and alive. Orange, it stimulates the sense of smell and taste. The smell of oranges is uplifting, or the smell of a carrot and orange soup or a pumpkin soup. Orange stimulates the social interaction and communication. With its wavelength of 590 to 625 nanometers, aesthetically, it's a color suitable for everything that has to do with eating, dining room, dining table, because it promotes appetite and also communication. It is the complementary color of blue, the most loved color in the world. It's a beautiful pairing, maybe a little bit of a contrast, but try it out and experiment with it. In the psychology, we can say orange is related to emotions, as it's the color of the inner child. It connects us to the emotions of your present and of your past. You can discover your creative and playful side. So if anybody of you has orange as a favorite color, what does it mean? Orange lovers are quite often optimistic, spontaneous. They are dynamic, open-minded, and very motivated. It's often the color of the self-employed people. Why is that? Self-employed people need motivation because they motivate themselves and others. Orange is fun and it's also organized, and it's the color of the entrepreneur. In color light therapy, it's known that orange is very effective for treating seasonal affective disorder because orange is the second color of light. You can prevent SAD if you do a few sessions in the fall season. Or become creative and dress yourself with orange or an orange scarf. Now, I would like to give you a sense of the joy and the happiness and of orange. It's a very, very brief visualization. I invite you now to remember a time in your life where you felt very joyful and happy and the lightness of being. Just take the first situation that comes into your mind. You felt a lot of joy and happiness. And now you connect yourself with this feeling and with this energy. Maybe you will see a color. Maybe it's orange, maybe it's another color. And imagine that you immerse yourself completely into this color. And you allow that the energy of this color spreads within your body until it reaches all cells of your body. So you feel immersed and completely full of this joy and happiness and lightness. And you can decide now to bring this feeling and this energy in the present moment and to spread it into your future. Right. Wishing you a lot of orange in the present and in the future. All right, now I'm calling our sixth speaker, Montaha Hidefi. Welcome.
Thank you, Gabriele. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. All right. So first of all, thank you so much, Gabriele, for inviting me to this fantastic, colorful session, which has been amazing so far. And as a color archaeologist and color forecaster, I focus mainly on the application of color in the marketplace. And so I was tasked to talk about red, which is the most powerful of all colors, as Gabriele mentioned. But when I asked Gabriele, what should I talk about, Gabriele, in such a short time? I mean, about red. And she said, it's your decision. But then I had a dilemma. Okay, there is a multitude of red variations, depending, obviously, not only on the chroma, but on the white and black content, on the pigments, colorants contents, etc. So which red should I talk about? Take, for instance, all these colors. They are all red colors within the red hue, but obviously with different values and proportions of white, black, and chroma. So to make it easier, I decided to pick the red that most people recognize, which is the one you see on the screen. And so this red is a high chroma, is a pure red. It doesn't have any other color in it. Has very low black content, but it's very high intensity because it's very saturated. And so based on my experience, most people visualize a red as being this color. And red is a very complex and multi-layered color. And so it has like the psychological effects and the symbolism of it is very vast. And so because we don't have too much time in this session today, I'm not going to talk about the symbolism or the psychology of color. because that depends on a lot of things like cultural and visual factors, geographical factors, etc. But I want you to look at this color on your screen, this intense bright red color. And I want you to look at it and memorize it. Take a couple of seconds and just memorize it. If you want to close your eyes, you can close your eyes and think about it in your brain. By now, I think you have memorized it. Now, I'm going to show you these different red colors. And I'm going to ask you to guess which one is this, like which one of these red is the color that you saw in the previous screen. And you can put your mic on and you can say out loud so we can hear very many people saying which one you think it's the right red that you saw.
3.
3.
3.
7.
5.
5.
1.
5.
1.
4.
3. 5. 3.
It's very interesting. I'm going to stop it here. So let's see who got it right. So number 5 is the same color as you can see on the screen. And if you didn't guess it, don't worry about it because there's nothing wrong with your eyes. So most people struggle with remembering the exact color. And that's because of the way our brains actually memorize colors. So based on studies that were run by researchers from the Johns Hopkins University, they discovered that humans are unable to remember color nuances because our brains actually store all the memories into one color category. For example, red. The brain does not think of light red, dark red, brown red, etc., or blue or green. So the brain does not really store like 500 reds. The brain knows red, and that's why we can't remember usually a specific hue that we have seen. So now, if we go back to the red story, which I mentioned earlier, like the symbolism in psychology is so vast and it conveys so different meanings depending on where you are in the world, I decided I am not talking about this today, but I opted to talk about color combinations, which could fit within the time frame that we have today. So when we combine red, for instance, with white, we obtain a tint of a red, which is also known as pink. And in fact, this applies to any color. When we mix any color with white, we will obtain a tint of the color. And so here we can see the various tints of red. Now, when we combine red with black, we get a shade of red. And this also applies to any other color. So any color, when you mix it with black, you will obtain what we call a shade of the color. And here we can see the various shades of red, of course. And so this chart also shows a handful of red colors, but there's an infinite number of red variations that can be created by adjusting the black and white values, the saturation, the chroma, and also by mixing red with other hues. For example, when we mix red with yellow, what color we get? We get orange, and we can get an infinite number of orange depending on the value of yellow, the red, the black, and the white that we mix together. And when we mix it with blue, Can you guess what color we get? Well, we get purple. And again, depending on the amount of red and blue that we are mixing together, we can get many variations of purple that can range from mauve to super dark purple. And then if and when we mix red with green, which is not a normal practice, we could get a yellowish brown that could look ugly, much uglier than what you see on the screen. Now, what happens if we mix with purple? Also, this is not a practice to mix yellow and purple in the same paint. Depending on the purple or the violet value that we mix together, we could also get a very unexpected and ugly color. In this case, it's a very nice on the screen, but if you put them together and mix them, you have to really mix over and over and over again to get something that is nice. But generally speaking, these colors don't mix together in a formulation that is. But then the question is, where did red originated? And so based on my research, there is no specific date in history about when the color red itself originated, because colors, and that includes red, have been a part of our world since the beginning of the planet. But we know that red is one of the oldest colors used by humans and one of the first colors that was used in cave paintings. And they did get the color red by using iron oxide. And in ancient civilizations, like in the Egyptian civilization, they used red ochre and cinnabar to obtain red, which they used for various purposes, not only for arts, but they also used it for cosmetics. Now, just to wrap up, I want to conclude by showing you some very well-known variations of reds.
Well, Montaha, I'm sorry, but we are running out of time.
It will take a minute. So we have like these 4 reds are usually obtained by adding yellow to them. These 2 reds are usually obtained by adding higher black content. These we can obtain by even adding much more higher content of black. And finally, these ruby and rose red, we can obtain them by adding by adding blue to the red, so they become pink. And with this, I will stop my sharing. And thank you all.
Thank you very much, Montaha, for this exploration on reds. Wonderful. Thank you all for your patience, for being here so long. And we had a lot of remarks, of course, in the chat. And please just stay another 2 or 3 minutes, because we want to share something very exciting with you, because we do have an amazing event coming up. We do have this event, Color and Light Immersions, on November 11 and 12, created for you. It's a 2-half-day virtual retreat and event on the weekend, where you can unveil the transformative power of color and light and dive deeper than today. And we will have inspiration with 4 speakers. Nish and Akael Matthews, who is not here today, will also join. Then we will have healing with Nathan and Rikke, befriending your resources with Christiane and myself, and rejuvenation with Nish and Akael and Olja Lopushansky. Please check out the website. We have the early bird price until October 15. We would be very happy to have you with us. And now I want to say thank you to all the beautiful speakers of today, the amazing presentations. And for you all, for being here, I'm sorry I had a message that for some of us, the link didn't function or there was an issue with Zoom. I'm very sorry about that if you have some friends who couldn't join, but no worries. This session is going to is recorded, so everyone can get the recording anyway. So thanks a lot, Olja and Rikke and Christiane, Nathan and Montaha for today. And thank you all. And of course, if you have questions regarding today, you find also the websites of all the speakers on my website. I will write the website here again. And feel free to contact the speakers directly if you want. Here we go. Yes, and we hope very much to see you on November 11 and November 12 at our amazing retreat. Thanks a lot for today.
Thank you.
Bye.
So maybe Nathan, can you stop the recording?